Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is BNHA Second Generation Chapter 11, and this one is titled Time to Start. Ginny practically floated home that afternoon, ridiculously excited to tell her parents about being picked and then accepting Condor's invite to intern with him and Seismic Kana. "Mum!" Ginny screamed with excitement as she entered the house. "Mum, where are you?" "I'm in the lounge room," her mum called back. "What's up, sweetheart?" Ginny's mum could tell immediately that her girl was excited about something and turned the TV off as Ginny bounded into the room. "Oh my gosh, Mum!" Ginny squealed, doing a little dance of happiness. "Okay, so I was so scared that no one would pick me to intern with them, but guess who asked for me?" "Who?" her mother asked. "Condor! The Hiyoko Takami!" she gushed, slapping her hands to her cheeks and squishing her smile. "I actually spoke to him on the phone and he said he can't wait to meet me." Her mother chuckled. "Oh, that's wonderful, honey. I'm glad you got picked," she said with a smile, opening her arms for a hug. "Oh," Ginny added, remembering more as she dived into her mum's arms. "Soshi and Chi got picked as well, so I'm interning with my two best friends." "What a coincidence that you're all together," her mother mused. "Uh-huh," Ginny said with a bright smile as she looked up at her mum. "I can't wait to tell Dad." "Did Dad ask for you as well?" her mother asked curiously. "Oh gosh," Ginny gasped. "Yes, he did, and I didn't pick him. Oh no, I don't want to make him sad." "Oh, I'm sure he'll be fine when you explain who picked you," her mum said with a gentle smile. Kirishima called out happily as he entered the house later that night, his fatherly voice echoing through the hall. "I'm home," he called brightly. "Where are my babies?" "Here I am, Daddy," Ginny called happily as she tore out of her room and raced for the front door. She threw herself into her dad's arms and buried her face into his shoulder as he picked her off the ground and gave her a big hug. "Did you get your results today?" he asked excitedly. Yeah," Ginny said softly, not sure if she should be excited or nervous to tell him about being picked by Condor. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" her father asked as he felt her hesitation. Well, Dad, I'm sorry," Ginny said softly as he pulled her back from the hug and looked at her. "Why are you sorry?" he asked in confusion. I didn't pick you to intern with, but I still love you very much, Daddy. It's not that I didn't want to intern with you, or that I'm ungrateful, or..." "Shh!" Kirishima hushed with a smile. "Who'd you pick?" "Condor." "Condor asked for you?" The red hero gasped with excitement. "Ginny, that's amazing!" "I was so excited, but I didn't want to be too excited, so that made you sad," she admitted. "Sad? I'm excited as you are," her father said happily. "Well done, that's fantastic. You'll learn lots with him." "He and Seismic Kana are going to be overseeing our internship," Ginny said with a smile. "And Soshi and Chi are coming too." "All three?" he asked with surprise. "That's wonderful. That's going to be an interesting week." "I know, right?" Ginny's mum called to him from the kitchen. Kirishima chuckled. "Hey Dad," Soshi called as he got home. "I got picked by Condor." "That's good," his dual-haired father replied as he walked out of the office. "You'll learn a lot from him." He has piercings," Soshi said, dropping hints that he also would like to get some. "I told you, no piercings," Jojo said sternly. "Dad!" Chi shouted as he entered the house. "Hey, Dad!" "Everyone needs to stop yelling!" Chi's mother shouted as she stormed out of one of the kids' rooms, her nostrils flaring as she stared him down angrily. "Sorry, Mum," he mumbled. "Where's Dad?" "He's out the back, practicing his quirk," she said, a faint boom sounding in the background. "Cool, bye," she said quickly, then made a dash for the door. His mother sighed and shook her head, and then went back to what she was doing. "Dad!" Chi called as he ran for the shed. "Dad, Condor picked me!" Suddenly an explosion shot through the open door and Chi ducked and then dodged to the side, dropping low in case this was another surprise training session with his father. "Did you turn him down? Tell him your dad's better?" Bakugo hollered through the door. Hoki? Bakugo asked again, using Chisuki's family nickname. "I said yes to him, Dad," Chi said, averting his eyes from his father's as the well-built hero marched out of the shed. "Why?" Bakugo grunted, crossing his arms across his chest and scowling down at his son. Because I want to show you how I can improve," Chi mumbled, now staring at the ground. I want you to be proud of me when I show you how much I've learned over the week with Condor. Bakugou smirked proudly. He's just like me. Wants to do it on his own. I didn't mean for it to come between us, Dad, Chi mumbled angrily. I just wanted... Bakugou clicked. Don't apologize. Go and show them you're my son. Chi looked up sharply at his dad, his crimson red eyes staring into his father's identical ones, both of them sharing a smirk, before Chi put out his fist to bump his father's. When do you start? Bakugou asked. Next week, Chi replied, for 1 week. Boys! Chi's mother called. Dinner time! Does Mum know yet? Chi's dad asked as they fell in step and headed for the house. No, I wanted to tell you first, Chi said with a smile. That's my boy, Bakugou praised with a scowling smile as he pulled his son in for a knuckle scrub on the head. That following week, Ginny, Soshi and Chisuki all strolled down the street towards Condor's agency, brimming with nervous anticipation as they got closer to the front doors. This is it, boys, Ginny squealed as she looked from her left to her right at the 2 boys who flanked her. Yeah, Soshi grunted, trying to be cool. I'm going to be better than both of you by the end of this week, Chi said with a smirk, knowing his comment would rile the other 2. I'm going to make you eat those words, Ginny leered confidently. As the doors to the agency loomed ahead, all fell silent again. I can't believe I'm here. I'm actually here, Ginny squealed internally. Just then a large bird-like shadow passed over the 3 below, and they looked up just in time to see Condor land on the roof of the agency. He's here, Soshi whispered as he stared up at the silhouette figure. And there ends Chapter 11. Stay tuned for Chapter 12 coming tomorrow.